Oh, hey, this is Synergy Loves Company. I'm Eric Hathorn. Recently, I sat down with Andrew Jagoda from the Rare Cuts Media Society, and we talked all things Aerosmith and Disney. We even talked about that one time when Steven Tyler saved Christmas on Lizzie McGuire. Let's take a look. I'm going to promote this as one of my favorite things ever because I did enjoy this show and watched it pretty regularly back in 2002. But in 2002, Lizzie McGuire has an episode where Steven Tyler guest stars, and not only guest stars, but plays Santa Claus. The real Santa Claus is Steven Tyler, is what the episode, I think, is trying to tell us.
Not to burst bubbles here, but I want my 25 minutes back.
Not a fan, I take it.
It could be because I didn't have the channels at that time.
Oh, okay.
So when I was the target audience, I was not watching Lizzie McGuire. And now I'm a 36-year-old man trying to watch Lizzie McGuire.
Watching it without nostalgia.
And I'm going, I'm closer in age to Steven Tyler, how he was at that time now, than I was when it came out. And I was closer
even
to
though,
McGuire.
Right? So like Hilary Duff is she's probably around our ages.
Mm-hmm.
If I could make that connection, she is about the same age as us. She's in that new Hulu show right now, the How I Met Your Father. Too bad it couldn't be the Lizzie McGuire reboot, because I love Lizzie McGuire. I used to watch this and Even Stevens back on the Disney Channel, and then for a while I think they even showed him on the Saturday morning cartoon block. But good old, and I was probably a little too old for it at the time anyway, but it was fun. It was good, fun stuff, and I love Disney. And when Aerosmith not just Aerosmith, but Steven Tyler of Aerosmith popped up on this episode, I remember thinking, like, whoa, this is crazy, because we're talking about, this is around the time that both of us were Aerosmith fans. And so I'm this Aerosmith fan who's watching this Disney Channel show, and he, like, pops up on there. And it was like, I remember thinking this is ridiculous. At the time, it's totally ridiculous. But he's Santa. She's building her float, and no one will help her. And they do. I got to ask you this, because in the episode, Steven Tyler bookends it. He's at the beginning, he's at the end, and in the middle, there's this trying to find out, the meaning of Christmas, but no one will help Lizzie McGuire make her float. But they do this one little rapid fire thing. I got to ask you, did you at least appreciate this? They do the rapid fire thing where they make so many Christmas movie references in like 2 minutes. There's like the Grinch, and there's some the Christmas Carol in there, and there's some Charlie Brown Christmas in there.
I got that they were doing that, but I can't say I
got that they were doing
say that I really appreciate them just suddenly breaking out into Dr. Seuss rhymes and suddenly knowing how to fix a plumbing problem.
Right? She was the one. She was the one. She's a plumbing prodigy.
The pipes are 2 sizes too small.
Right. Because the Grinch, But no, so then Steven Tyler comes up at the end, and magically her float is finished, and Santa's there, and Santa is Steven Tyler. I mean, I haven't seen Steven Tyler on Christmas Eve or Christmas morning. Not saying, just saying. But Steven Tyler's there, and he sings a stunning rendition of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. But the thing that I think is the most hilarious is Gordo, Lizzie's friend, says something along the lines of, like, Santa's on your float, and he transformed himself into Aerosmith's Steven Tyler. They literally name drop him.
The whole setup to it, too, is absolutely ridiculous, where the kids are like, if you're Santa, prove it. Okay, I will. And then that's his proof, is that he gets up on a float as Steven Tyler.
Some of those kids are his kids. Some of those kids are his kids.
Lord.
Who are in that scene. Because, of course, they got Steven Tyler and his kids have a long history of saying, I'll get you some work, and then you get me some work.
How come Liv Tyler wasn't in this episode?
Right? So, yeah. So, no, she's not one of the kids in it. But I think there's a couple of his kids are among that group. I thought I recognized some standing out. So, yeah, that's Extreme Christmas, and that's Season 2, Episode 20. It's on Disney+. To go watch it. If you like this video, like and subscribe. If you really like this video, visit synergylovescompany.com for the full audio podcast.